Hey there, guys. So, imaginary magical beings. Wait, hold up. If you're like 10? Yeah, if you're like 10 or younger, get out of here. You won't want to see this. Your child will literally explode into a million bits, and that's not for you. So yeah, if you're 10, get out. Leave. See you guys. Thanks for clicking, but like, bye. So, magical beings, like Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, friggin' Tooth Fairy, all of them, all of those guys. It's no surprise that they're fake. I mean, they're just too good to be true. All of us want them to be real, but none of them are real, sadly. But some of the stories that I have of finding out that they are fake are pretty bizarre, and I don't think many of you will have the same kind of experiences that I did. Why not tell you about them? So the first one that I found out was fake was the Easter Bunny. I was about 7 or 8 at the time, and I was in this exact room, sleeping in a bed behind me. You can't see because of the blue sheet, but sleeping in the bed right there. After they shipped us off to bed, I had to friggin' piss. My bladder was like, you gotta pee. So I was like, okay, I better go pee. Now, down the hall, the bathroom, the door shuts on its own if it's not opened all the way. And the light was on. It was probably me who left the light on, but I didn't think of that at all. So I left the light on apparently, and the door decided to shut. And I just instantly assumed that somebody was in there. So the next door is the one into the living room, and I was just gonna walk on upstairs and go use the washroom. I open the door, and the first thing I see is my family. Parents, uncles, aunts, all of them, putting chocolates into eggs. Yeah, I was 7 or 8, and that was not a good time. I probably pissed myself because I forgot that I had to go to the washroom. I just got to close the door. After 40 hours is what it felt like of eye contact. I felt like I was making eye contact with all of them at the same exact time, and I only have 2 eyes. So yeah, I was doing that, and I just kind of shut the door, turned around, and was like, nope, no, this is not real. Sound the alarm, please. This can't be real. So for like the rest of the night, I just laid in my bed telling myself it was fake and that the Easter Bunny was real and they were just helping him out. Maybe he was on mat leave. Maybe he was in a baby. I don't know. If he was on mat, how do you know? And then, even though I figured this out at around 7 or 8, my childhood mind was like, the rest of them are real. If the Easter Bunny's fake, that doesn't mean you can't destroy the rest of my childhood. I thought the rest of them were real. I thought Santa was real. But the way I found out Santa was fake was it I was on my bunk bed because I switched rooms a lot apparently when I was younger. I was upstairs, I was downstairs in this room, I was over the other side of the hall. I don't know, I was all over the place, but I was on the other side and I had my little bunk bed and I was on the top of my bunk bed. I was laying there and my uncle walks in, and at this point at 12 I am deathly afraid of the dark. Like, you turn my light switch off and I go insane. What does he do? Turns the lights off and closes the door. And I screamed at the top of my lungs. If you could have heard me, it would have been insane. I was screaming at the top of my lungs. So after screaming for a minute or two, he kind of just opens the door, peeks his head in, and is just like, Dominic, Santa's not real. And then closed the door. I was like, he is real. Stop. Don't you say that. He is real. Yeah, he's not. After he turned the lights on, opened the door, and walked away, I was like in a panic attack. I was about to freaking have I don't know. I was about to die on the spot. That's how bad it was. I was about to drop dead. That was it. That's the end of Dominic. I go upstairs and I'm like, Grandma, my uncle just told me Santa wasn't real. And then she confirmed it. I was so saddened. I had to have tubes in my ears, which apparently apparently my hearing wasn't that great. So they put little tubes in my ears, and that was supposed to make me hear better. And it did. I hear better now because of it, thankfully. When they fall out on their own, apparently there's a tube fairy that comes and is essentially the tooth fairy, but for tubes. And they give you something under your pillow, which is kind of neat. But so on my last checkup, the doctor was like, Dominic, please leave. I need to tell your mom some important stuff. And then that night, after my tubes had fallen out, we put them in a plastic bag. I was laying in bed. I fell asleep, and in the morning, I awoke to a $25 gift card to any movie theater around. So I essentially got to go to a few free movies, which was really cool. How often do you get to do that because you had tubes in your ears? Like, never. I'm not complaining, by the way. Friggin' that was amazing. I loved it. But then, like, thinking after I figured out Santa was fake, I was like, wait, Mr. Tube Fairy, were you a lie too? When my mom was in that room alone with that doctor, lots of stuff could have happened. Lots of stuff probably happened. Nothing happened. Except a black market transaction for like a high five, and that $25 gift card. I can't believe I said that. But yeah, I found out that those dudes were fake in some pretty odd ways. If you guys have a weird story as to how you found out that Santa, the Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, yada 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 was not real, drop them in the comments below, or make like a response and tweet them at me, or make a video response and tweet it at me on Twitter, and I'll be sure to watch that, like it, and yeah, my Twitter is @Zephyr315. If you didn't know, go follow that, like. Thanks for watching this story time-ish video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, be sure to comment, be sure to subscribe, and yeah, I'll see all you guys later.